So welcome to another episode of LFDF TV. Today we have a sick interview with a trials rider. Your name, age, your hometown?
Yeah, I'm Jordi Trey, a professional trials rider, if anybody knows what that is. And from Frederick, Maryland, grew up in a log cabin in the woods, so easy ride trials. And yeah, that's kind of what I fell into. When I was 16, started riding on a TY 175. And really, it was kind of just me because like no one knows what the heck trials is. Like, it's not easy to get resources to ride and practice, but like it was free to like get on the bike and hop around the yard, or even hop around on like the bike, not even running. So
learn your balancing.
Yeah, balance was huge, and I started on the bicycle just again because what was cheapest.
First event, where was that? Where did you travel to? What company was that for?
Yeah, that was I guess my first show was once I started to do like flips and tricks and something that was like noteworthy for a performance like in front of people. It was just with this little cheap, crappy wooden ramp that I made with like $50 worth of plywood. The local dealership was Twig Cycles in Hagerstown, Maryland. But we did it, we made it happen. I had my dad announcing. It was like no format. It was just like, hey, do the show. And I was even doing backflips, like some of the craziest tricks now that again I look back on, I'm like, holy crap, I wouldn't do that even now. Definitely started from the absolute bottom and still am pretty, maybe a step above that, but
It's almost an advantage when you start completely from the bottom, because then you learn how to fully do everything.
Yeah,
every part of the program.
definitely helps to appreciate all this stuff now because you know, all just seeing all the stuff in front of me, seeing the bikes, the van, all the stuff that 6 years ago I didn't have.
You have a crazy story off the top of your head?
I toured for like 5 or 6 years with this touring stunt show with like 110 people.
Was that in the United States?
That was worldwide. We went to over 20 countries. I mean, that itself was just exciting and just kind of crazy in general. I guess a crazy riding story. We did this crazy flip off this rock in the woods. It was just like absurd. You know, we're just guys with the iPhone filming and just like, yo, flip off this rock. And me and my buddy did it. And again, one of those things that you look back on, you're like, oh, now do that again.
Injuries, you haven't really had one, knock on wood.
Yeah, definitely, knock on wood.
Pretty crazy for the freestyle industry.
But yeah, no big injuries. I'd say just broken a few toes, whacked my head a few times, but that's about it. I mean, I could probably cause some long-term damage maybe, but we'll see, I guess, in a couple of years.
So what's your plan for 2022? Do you have a lot of your events booked and scheduled? Are you traveling out of country anywhere?
Yeah, no, staying mainly on the East Coast, being based out of Florida now. Yeah, there's definitely a handful of events coming up. Yeah, I think currently we got like 15 events booked, from like state fairs to Harley dealers to big motorcycle rallies.
What's your company's name? What's your information?
Yeah, it's Moto Motion Entertainment, and our show is the Moto Motion Freestyle Trials Tour. Check it out online, all the social media. Instagram is Moto Motion ENT. Facebook's Moto Motion Entertainment. I call it Moto Motion Entertainment because I want to like build it to more, not just like trials. And plus, if you just say like Moto Motion Trials Tour, people think like you're going to the court. Like, you know, you need like no one knows what trials is yet, so we're trying to pave the way. Freestyle trials for all motorcycle stunt shows and motorcycle entertainment, to bring it to people that wouldn't typically see motorcycles as like, because there are some people that don't like bikes, but I'm trying to cut that out. Because my dad is actually like a three-wheeler national champion back in the 80s, sponsored by Honda. He was pretty legit.
Right?
Yeah, he was one of the first national champions. But something he understands great is like that it still is like a job. Like, you know, I'll be going to doing shows, and he'll be there to a few shows and be like, hey, just go and do this, do some extra stuff. I'm like, man, like I'm tired. Like we're working right now, and I gotta chill because like physically, mentally, doing flips, you know, especially if conditions aren't perfect.
Yeah.
Because like, I mean, it could be rainy, it could be windy, and the crowd doesn't care. They're like, I paid all this money, and I bought $15 popcorn. Like, I'm ready to see some backflips.
That's
Like,
all
why
they
didn't the
wanna
guy
see.
flip? You know, it's like they don't care. And sometimes it gets a little intense, but it's definitely still like a job.
Absolutely, every day it is.
I guess questions for you is like what do you want to do with your riding? Like, where are you trying to take it in like 5 to 10 years?
First started riding freestyle motocross, which was about a year and a half ago.
That's crazy.
I rode BMX before that, so it all just kind of flows together. Every dollar that I made riding freestyle, I saved it, and I actually bought my own takeoff ramp and my own airbag and blowers and all that fun stuff. So eventually I'd like to have my own entertainment company as well. With my BMX background, my moto background, my freestyle background, like I do the pit bike flips and everything. So if it was even like my own fair shows, myself and another rider, like I feel like it'd be a pretty good show, especially since I can flip. But I want to find like what you're saying is a younger, more motivated kid that isn't burnt out over the shows yet.
Yeah, and like being serious too, because like definitely on like that big touring stunt show I was talking about before, it was like there are people that are like, yeah, I'm riding full time. We're partying tonight. It's like, what? Like, if you made a certain amount of money today, don't spend it all. Like, save it. Like, again, this is your job. Yeah, and staying like level-headed for sure. I mean, it sounds like we'll definitely be able to do some cool stuff together. 2023, maybe we can plan almost a year or two in advance and get some sweet shows going. Watch all the videos and keep it going. Keep living.
Safe travels home.
Heck yeah, man.
And in the future.
Woo. Ride trials.